to make sure not to check myself out.
Make sure you look at the camera, bro.
Make sure that I look at the Here you are, people.
I'm just saying.
I think we should keep this.
Saying, look at the camera, bro.
Just gotta look at the camera, not at myself. If you're listening to us on Spotify, then I'm letting you know, or SoundCloud or Apple Podcast. I'm looking like a bad bitch.
You know what it is.
Okay. You are now tuned in to the motherfucking Ambition Hour podcast on Worth the Wait Radio. You ready? It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. It's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves.
You know
and
what
this
it
is episode 149. Get wild, get buck wild.
Once again.
Wow. Ain't nobody got time for that. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome yet again to another episode of the Ambition Hour podcast. I am your beautiful, fine ass, humble host. Humble host, Claudia Renee, and this is the Ambition Hour podcast.
Episode
149. Yes.
149.
Shout out to my co-host. That voice you hear in the background is my co-host, Jav 600 in the building.
Shit, we here another week.
Can we get a round of applause for my co-host, please?
Oh yes.
From the co-host.
Yeah, man, we here doing it again.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
Golf clap. Doctor.
Golf clap. Yeah. All that. Doctor.
We are here.
We are here. Another week
classic.
of surgery. Another hour in the books, might I add.
Facts.
I was thinking last week, so
What were you thinking about, Claudia?
okay, so I'm just gonna start off with this because this is what just popped into my head last week. I was thinking about my life after the 10,000th hour, because like you know how they say you're only like, in order to, I guess, master a craft, you get to the 10,000th hour, right?
Right.
And so I literally pictured my life in that hour,
And that 10,000
like after that hour, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I get
And
you.
it was pretty cool, like doing this, like seeing this in after 10,000 hours, like whether it be this episode or just anything that has to do with media. I can't control everything. I cannot control everything, especially my future. And I'm learning that, actually, that's something that I actually learned today, was just being mindful of not being able to control everything. So just take advantage of the moment, you know, embrace what's coming, because you don't have control over that either. So yeah, wow. How deep to start the episode. I mean, it's just how I felt as immediately starting the episode, just thinking about that. And it was something that I was thinking actually on the way up to our trip to Orlando. So that was pretty interesting. I'm going to be sharing a little bit about soul coaching a little later. I know some of you have been listening on Instagram. I had a really great feedback when I came back on social media, but we're talking about that later.
Welcome back, Claudia. The streets missed you.
I feel like they did.
Bitch, I'm back.
I mean, like, I had like somebody tell me like, hey, like it like kind of sucked, like not being able to send you things, and it was just like, dang, I feel bad, but not really. It's really selfish.
Really, not really.
Yeah, like really, I'm sorry, but not really. But you know, I feel for you.
And that's just a Wayne line. Don't get offended.
Yeah. Do we have any? Oh, well, make sure that you guys go ahead and listen to Spitz Files by Spitz.
Yeah.
He was our special guest last week. Thank you to everybody who tuned into that episode. It was so much fun having Spitz here. Spitz is family.
First of all, shout out to everybody that's streaming that Spitz
Exactly.
Files. Make sure you keep on streaming it. We are in multiple countries, by the way, and we do not goop the numbers like some of y'all. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Hold on.
We're gonna let them live another anyways.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this other side note before we get to the gratitude part, because that's very important. But these are things that like are just coming to. Okay.
We're
gonna get to the gratitude though. Don't get it twisted. So you guys remember Ty, who was our special guest a couple episodes ago? He has a brother who's a graphic designer, right?
How can one forget?
And I saw his brother like literally create an entire like that Spotify thing that like with the numbers and stuff like that. Like I saw him create his own. He changed like what the numbers meant, and like one of them was like hours spent answering the phone, which cuz like they had like this whole thing on Twitter about is answering the phone while you're is like talking on the phone while you're in the shower with a woman cheating. So he put that as one of the things, and then I mentioned it to Ty, saying like basically how is it that no, that if he could do that and he can like basically create his own, and it looked identical to all of the ones that I've been seeing online, like that means that anybody can do it, right? Like
not anybody, but I get what you're saying. Yeah,
not
yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
It takes
There's a lot of people goofing the numbers, like Claudia is saying.
It takes a certain craft to do it, but I
right,
mean,
yeah.
somebody,
I mean, he is a man. He has a brain, right? You know, so
exactly. So so that was that. What are you grateful for this past week? We just celebrated Thanksgiving. I know the episode dropped after that, but we recorded before. So what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my mom. I'm just gonna say it like that, you know, just like just grateful our mom. Yeah, just you know, all the things she's been through in her life, how she's been, you know, a part of my life, and just, you know, I love her so much, and I want to give her everything that she does deserve. So yeah, just, you know, my mom. If I had an all button, that's where I'll press that. But yeah.
Aww.
And it's the holidays. It's like her favorite time of year. So
it is.
You know.
Shout out to our mommy. Love her.
Yeah. What about you?
Hi, mommy. Ooh. It's crazy because I just thought of so many different things. I was grateful for my bills.
Or that you could pay them, or like grateful that you have bills type
shit? Both actually. Specifically because there was a time where I couldn't even pay for water.
Right, yeah.
So the bills were not getting paid. Or it was always a struggle, and it was a really hard time in my life, and I felt like I had gone through that maybe a couple of times, like without really acknowledging it. So that's something that I'm very grateful for, is to be able to pay all my bills. We went to Disney, and I got hit with all my bills basically on the 1st, because that's when we came back. Like the day after was the 1st. So, or the 30th, whatever. It was a date where they charge you. And so it was just kind of like, wow, you know, before I wouldn't have been able to afford to go on a trip and to pay my bills at the same time. And I was definitely able to do both. And I was just I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm also grateful for the man that is my grandfather. May he forever rest in peace. It was his birthday this past week, and I just felt him like so deeply within me this whole week, specifically the day of his birthday. I had a really deep conversation that day, and it just made me realize certain things about myself and my relationship with death. So yeah, so I'm grateful for him as well. And of course, I'm grateful for the holidays. I mean, the holiday was great. I got to spend time with my family. And then the day right after, we ended up going to Disney. So that was a great experience, you know, spending time with people that I'm hella close with, grew up with, and just genuinely care for. So it was really dope. So I'm just grateful. Like, I feel so good. I feel energized, but at the same time tired. It's interesting. I'm just going with it because I am trying not to control everything. There's some things that I just can't control. And so that's something that I'm learning, and something that I have been learning. So yeah. So let us know what you guys are grateful for. We always want to know what you guys are grateful for. It's something that we love to do here on the Ambition Hour podcast. So yeah. Let's get into the goodies. There's some good shit happening.
Yeah. And some shit we need to talk about. We gotta address some of these the shenanigans, as always. as we do every week.
Okay, so I wanted to start off with saying happy birthday to the motherfucking GOAT, Mr. Sean Jay-Z Carter.
I'm not gonna play too much, but like just a little bit.
I came into this motherfucker 100 grand strong. Now
just a little bit, just a little tease.
Yeah.
The ones who know.
Right, he was bumping that J.
Exactly.
Right before it. You know, bumping J all day. Claudia had that thing thumping.
Listen, I was for sure. I listened to fucking.
I started yesterday. I listened to I listened to Blueprint 3. Like I haven't listened to that album like
that's a really good album
in a while. So like that was a gift.
Yeah.
And also the Black album, I've listened to that too.
I was listening to the Black album today. I listened to Kingdom Come. I listened to, of course, Reasonable Doubt, because why not? I listened to Blueprint. I listened to.
Well, Reasonable Doubt's your favorite J album, right?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It's a tie between that one and American Gangster, but.
Oh, so that's 1 and 2. What's number 3 then?
Blueprint.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I would say Blueprint, Black album, and then.
I do like the 444 though. That one is pretty good. Like I was gonna play a one off of there too, because that one just has some.
No, it does actually have some really good songs on there. Really it's just not one of those Jay-Z albums for me, but I know it is for other people. But definitely, those that I just mentioned are my favorites. But I did get a chance to listen to also Watch the Throne, which was really good. Him and Kanye snapped, and listening to New Day and just thinking of what Kanye is saying and like listening to what he's saying. And if you don't know the lyrics, he's basically talking about his unborn son at the time. And it's just cool because it's like flash forward to now. And right now he is the father of 2 boys. So to see him as a father of boys and to have heard that song now, it was just really cool and just like a cool contrast. But back to Jay-Z. Watch the Throne was just a really good album, and we were very blessed and fortunate enough to get that album. And also another one that I was listening to was Everything Is Love with Beyonce, which that's just another one that like he's getting like his grown man on, you know, his grown like rapping thing going on. And so Jay-Z is just one of those artists for me that like no matter what, I'm gonna always praise him, because he paved the way for what we believe in. He paved the way for what music is today, what entrepreneurship looks like. He showed Black men that, you know, you can be from the streets and be a hustler and, you know, move weight, but then also become one of the most successful Black men, period, like in the entertainment industry and with sports, and having his own like DSP service and Rock Nation, and then helping people with sports and like just so many things. And Jay-Z is just one of those people that like no matter what, he's always going to be like at a high standard for me, because he has just done so much. And that's why for me, like when I celebrate his birthday, and it's funny because for Beyonce's birthday, I was saying how I was celebrating Beyonce's birthday, and someone asked me, oh, how did you celebrate? And for me, it's just listening to her music and watching Coachella. Or like Coachella in tune with the Lion King. What was it called? How did I forget what it's called?
Kings of No. I don't know. Yeah, hold on. Dang, I forgot what that album's called too.
Not the album is called The Gift, I think, but what is the name of the movie?
Lion King?
No, the soundtrack movie.
Oh, the one that she dropped?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it right now, but my mind is. What is it? Black is King? No.
No, it's Lion King.
It is Black is King.
Oh, Black is King. Oh yeah, the album with Jay-Z?
No, that's Everything Is Love.
Oh yeah, that is my bad. Okay, keep on going.
I think it is Black is King. So yeah, that's the name of the movie that she did. That it was just basically the visual album of the soundtrack that she made for Disney. But yeah, so that's how I celebrate my favorite artists' birthdays, is by listening to their music, streaming whatever it is that, you know, a visual that I can see of theirs. And so today I also watched Jay-Z's B-sides in the morning. Got a little jam session in. Acted like I was at the concert. Man, I want to go to a concert so bad. Merp.
It's Rona.
We've been to a couple of Jay-Z concerts. What's one of your favorite memories?
One of my favorite memories is one of the times like he was like kind of like how he did the crowd control that he does with the right and left side with that
Yeah.
Swiss record. My favorite one is actually like that Blueprint 3 tour that we went on.
Oh, that was the one with Jeezy, no?
With Jeezy and Trey Songz, yeah.
That was a good one.
But also one of my favorite moments though too is like Watch the Throne, and he was like kind of right in front of us, and him doing the 06 and the 911, no limit on the black card, told you I was gonna go ham, and like kind of just like him right there, like kind of at eye level, because there was there was a raise, so it was like I was low key, me and Jay was spitting the bars back and forth together, type shit. I felt like, what I mean. So that's one of also my favorite moments to me. Yeah. What about you? What was one of your favorite moments?
Oh, excuse me.
Or a memory you could go to? Hey man, hey, the yawns is because of the cushy. You know what I mean? We be recording late. Motherfuckers been at the grind all day. So
For
don't ever
real.
get it fucked up and confused. Go ahead, Claudia.
Mine would be the first time that I saw him. It was
The Brock one?
no, that was the second time I saw him.
The
first time I saw him was with Mary J. And I just remember
Shout out to me for knowing that.
Yeah, I just remember like seeing him and feeling like, wow, like this is hip hop. Like I am at a hip hop concert and I'm going to enjoy one of the best rappers ever. Like, and I hope he, performs my favorite songs and etc. And I just, it's crazy because one of my favorite memories of a Jay-Z concert also is with Kanye, because he brought Kanye out, and that was really dope. And then even seeing him perform Song Cry, which is literally one of my favorite songs in the entire world. He brings Mary J. Blige out to sing, Song Cry, and just seeing that, and it was just so dope. And the second time that I saw him, which was another great time as well, I feel, was pretty cool because I got to experience him in a more like fun level, because he was asking the crowd like, hey, what song do you guys want me to perform? And just like it was a lot of more interaction, so that was pretty dope. So yeah, something that I learned from Jay-Z is don't go with the flow, be the flow. And that's something that I've heard before, and like I just like love it. And I felt like today I heard it and it just served a greater purpose than I could even think of, because I was just being so hard on myself in the morning and just thinking about different things, and I journaled about it, so I left it all on the paper. But obviously once you journal something, you still think a little bit about it, and I heard Jay-Z say that, and it was just like, oh shit, like he's so right, like I am the flow, and it's gonna go how I go, because I'm the flow. And bars. And so I heard that from him, and that just like inspired me this morning, and it just allowed me to like let go of that and trying to control everything. So man, shout out to Jay. I thank you, man. I know one day I'm gonna meet him, so it's all good.
So I gave you a blank CD, and there's only 5 Jay-Z songs you could put on it. What 5 Jay-Z songs are you putting on it?
Definitely putting Feeling It.
Feeling It number 1. Okay, good intro. And because it starts off the career, so great way.
Definitely Feeling It.
Mm-hmm.
I would need. Say Hello.
Say Hello. You're gonna have Song Cry in there.
Song Cry for sure. So that's 3.
That's 3.
Cause I heard Song Cry I heard that like on repeat today. I ain't even gonna lie, like that's my shit.
Feeling those bars.
Nah, and it's cause like
he's like, it's supposed to be me and you. What does he say? And the S. Coupe. No.
Hold on, cause y'all gonna make me get these lyrics out real quick. It is funny because I feel like we've done this before, because we talked about it with B.
Oh, about the lyrics on that song?
Mm-hmm. Because he like brought him and Beyonce's relationship into fruition. So he said, good dude. I know you love me like cook food, even though a homie gotta move like a crook move. We was together on the block since free lunch. We should have been together having 4 seasons brunch.
That's the one that Claudia feels like. That's how she feels.
No, the
She's
one
like,
that,
we supposed to be at 4 seasons having brunch, like, but you playing games.
we used to, this one's my favorite one actually. We used to use umbrellas to face the bad weather, so now we travel first class to change the forecast. Never in bunches, just me and you. I loved your point of view because you held no punches. Still, I left you for months on end. It's been months since I checked back in. We're somewhere in a small town. Someone locking them all down. What grade for a change off a roll down? What? I can understand why you want a divorce now. Man, Jay was in his motherfucking bag. I need to read the one bar that I made my caption today because, listen, someone felt it.
Shopping sprees, pull out your Visa quick. Homie had very bad credit. You
help
helped me lease that whip. Help me get me keys to that V.6. We were so happy poor, but when we got rich,
that's when the signals got crossed and we got flipped. That's what he says, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They say when you turn a bad good. Yeah, they say you can't turn a bad good.
You can't.
They say you can't turn a bad girl good, but once a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever. I'll mourn forever. Shit, I gotta live with the fact I did you wrong forever. Forever, ever. Forever.
If you know, you know.
Bitch, with your fuck ass. Well, yeah, no, that's just a great song. So that was what, 3? You know what? I think we gotta put I Know in there because I really, 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 really love that song.
And I know.
What? That shit go hard. Like every color just that be your guilty pleasure is me. What? Listen, man, they don't know how.
They think they do.
No, they do. I want to get one from Blueprint. I already got one from Blueprint because that's where Song Cries is in.
Yep. You got Takeover. You don't know.
I don't have to. No.
I'm saying,
Yes. Okay. You know what?
Girls.
I think I want to go Black Album and say
Public PSA. I mean, you do love that.
Either
shit,
PSA or Encore. It's a tie. I'll see if I can split it so I can make it one track.
Okay, and then what about one more?
That's one more?
Okay, so then those 2?
Yeah.
Alright, for sure.
I think that'll be a good little
Kanye up behind the track on Encore.
I think that'll be a good little mixtape. I mean, I could deal with it and I can listen to it multiple times. Feeling it, I remember when I fell in love with that song. What made me fall in love with that song was when the tension gets too thick for my sober mind to cut through, I get it zone and what in the chicken, bone and what. Sometimes I
bet y'all. I'm killing it with the bass, but I got y'all.
Man, that shit go hard. Okay, so happy birthday to the Go. Drop your favorite Jigga Jay-Z song in the comment section, so we can know if we got a Jay-Z stands out there like we are. All right, guys. So this coming verses in the main event, we have on one corner Keisha Cole, and on the other corner we have Ashanti. Can we get around guys? I tried my best to do my fighter.
Your announcer.
My announcer voice. Listen.
Keisha
Possibilities are
Cole
endless.
sounds like she's gonna whoop Ashanti, yeah.
Who Keisha Cole?
Just by the names though, like Keisha Cole sounds like a tough name. Ashanti's like a.
I mean, yeah, no, Keisha Cole beat your ass.
Facts.
I don't know.
Bay Area stand up. So you know the area. You know who we rocking with.
Yeah, I don't know about Ashanti like that, but listen. So this battle stumbled upon my timeline today, and I was ecstatic because if there is one thing about me, I grew up in the era when these two girls were the it girls on
dominating.
Yeah, on 106 in the Park every single day, on all of the music videos, music on the radio, music that I was listening to. These girls were dominating, and they were just everywhere. And to just even think that we're gonna be able to listen to these two women play music that was popular in their prime and maybe even later within their career is just great. I love that we're getting another little girl thing. Oh, can't get me good though, And so I'm really excited to be able to see them do this battle, because I don't really think they have beef. So I feel like it's going to be like really like love and like appreciation, even though you may believe that
It's
they're
going to be a celebration.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a celebration.
They
like
have the feminine, it was feminine first, like type of feminine future. Part of the flyer. So yeah, I think it's definitely going to be empowering for the women to definitely. I mean, these are both strong women, and very intelligent, business savvy, talented songwriters and vocalists. I mean, we ain't got to talk about that part.
I know. I'm really excited because Ashanti, man, she has some really good songs, and right now I'm Team Keisha Cole, but I don't know, because Ashanti might play some songs that I may be forgetting, in my head. And I'm going based off of like
she don't got more than Keisha.
For me, what's happening is like Keisha Cole was literally like my therapist, like back in the day.
Facts. That's why I'm going with her.
Yeah, she was literally like my older cousin who was telling me like, listen, you gotta let him go, or that maybe you should have cheated, or let it go. He should have. He might be, you might be where he's at, but I'm where he wants to be. Like that type of attitude. Like Keisha taught me that. So she just, she gave me like a different type of vibe, as to where Ashanti was giving me something along the lines of like, I want you, I need you, I want to be with you, and only you, or Rain on Me, songs like that, or like even like Rock With You. Oh, baby, that's not for me. I just want to love you, baby. That should go hard. I was singing that earlier. That should just it rides, don't you think, Hop? That's someone that you hear in Walgreens randomly when you walk in.
You sound good singing it.
Oh, thank you. Don't hype me up, Bob.
Shit, stop playing.
I'm not gonna share this yet, but one day I will. But I was talking to I was talked to in a way that I had never been talked to about this specific thing. So things are going to change around here. But yeah, I'm going to take a little drink break. Hop, can you talk real quick?
Yeah. So my weekend is going to be fulfilled. No, I'm kidding. I actually picked up this new show. I've been watching Selena on Netflix, the series. Go ahead and check that out. There's new music out. The Lil Baby, he dropped Everybody. And that song is hard. That song goes hard. What's some other new shit? I saw also who dropped the album today?
Oh, good question.
Oh no. What I'm saying is that Wayne dropped the song with the BB King freestyle with Drake. That shit is stupid. For Dedication 3, I believe, or No Ceilings 3. I'm not sure which. It's number 3 of one of those. So yeah. That's what I was rocking with, and yeah, Claudia watched The Undoing. How was that?
Oh, The Undoing was really good. Have I talked about it on the podcast?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I started watching it because I was really interested. I am the type of person that like people can talk about it, but I need to see the preview first, and then based on the preview is if I proceed or not. And The Undoing was a really good preview, so I ended up watching it and was really interested. I watched a couple of episodes, and then so by the time that they dropped the new episode, I was able to watch it like in real time with everybody. Mm-hmm. So that was really cool. Well, not with everybody because I kind of watched it late, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. And it's a really interesting show because it's about a therapist who, she's a famous therapist in New York, she's like a very popular therapist, and picture perfect family, husband, kid, have a really nice apartment in New York City, and just all that you would want, like, in living in New York and being successful and whatever it is that you want to be successful in. Maybe not necessarily as a therapist, but she was very successful. Her husband was as well, and she was involved in her son's school and the events and things like that. And she met she met this one woman, and she noticed that this woman kind of was fond of her. She never thought anything of it. And dang, Hav, you haven't seen the show.
Spoiler alert for you motherfuckers. I don't
But
care
I
if I
don't-
didn't cook.
All right. Well, I'm a spoiler alert for you guys. So and then basically this woman ends up dead, right? And so not the therapist, the
Everybody
woman
die.
who is like showing interest to the therapist like the therapist character. And it's crazy, which is Nicole Kidman. So Nicole Kidman is the main character. She's the one who plays the therapist. And there's another actress, I did not get her name, but she is like very fond of Nicole Kidman and is just like looking at her, staring at her. And it's kind of weird. You kind of don't know, like, is this woman attracted to her? Is she like gonna put her, titty on her? Like, what is she gonna do? Because she was breastfeeding in a scene. And so she ends up.
So she the desire to put her titty on someone is high, right?
Yeah, very. At least she needs to, because if not, she gets clogged up. But you don't know that unless you know that. And so there's an event that happens. It's a big event. She ends up having a conversation with a girl at that event, and the next morning it turns out that this girl is dead. So yeah.
Dun dun dun.
So, which I just said earlier, but yeah. So she definitely, the girl is dead. She was brutally murdered, and her son found her. So it was just crazy, like seeing that, because you don't know who killed her. Like, why would somebody kill her? And there's always a suspect on who it may be, and then who it turns out to be is kind of just like, oh fuck, okay, because you see what actually happens, and I'm not gonna.
That sucks, but that makes sense.
What?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's like how you feel.
Yeah, like when I found out who did it, I was just like, you know what? That's who they were making us believe it was, but then they kind of like showed us so many different scenarios, or like different people, introduced so many different people that it could have been. So it leaves one to wonder, like, who could it be? Who would do such a thing? Who would do such a thing? Because this woman, it was like a fucking hammer that they like, the
assault?
No, they like bull. I don't know the word, and I can't see it in my mind right now.
They bullied her?
No, well, no, because they used a hammer.
They beat her to death.
They basically, yeah, they beat her to death.
Holy hell!
Yeah,
with a hammer.
With a hammer in her face.
Whoa!
And she was dead, and they were still doing it.
Chunking away. Damn. This is on HBO, right?
This is on HBO. Yeah.
Not an ad, but HBO. That could go right here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Promo code Ambition.
Right here. Should it be Ambition 1 because of the hour?
Oh.
Yeah.
Or to make it simple, AMB1.
BITION or no? We're gonna have to talk to HBO about that, because we can't even give y'all the promo code right now. So
Facts. The ink is dry.
until the ink is dry, then we'll.
Oh man, we're fucking stupid.
We'll go ahead and say that. Listen, we're not stupid until it's not real, until it doesn't really happen. Okay, so I know that you wanted to talk about the Sweetie.
Yeah.
What happened with Sweetie, which I did see what happened, because it was something that I remember seeing her talk about it, because I love me some Sweetie. So I'm just going to read what we got from Genius, which is Sweetie calls out her label for dropping Doja Cat collaboration early. The song appeared on streaming services overnight, but has been since taken down. Sweetie fans were surprised to find a new collaboration with Doja Cat titled Best Friend surfaced on streaming services early Friday morning. Apparently, she was too. The California rapper shared several tweets admonishing Warner Brothers for apparently releasing the song without her knowledge or permission. And I quote, "I'm hands-on with all of my creative and had such a dope rollout for Best Friend," she wrote.
You pussies.
The thirst for clout and money is real, and it overrides the artist's art. It continues to show some of the tweets that she posted. One of them which says, "We put so much work into the visual and we shot for days for this super cinematic girl anthem. And for this to happen, wow, ... Shame on you, Warner Brothers." She also lamented the fact that the label apparently uploaded the wrong version of the song. By Friday afternoon, it had disappeared from streaming services once again. Sweetie is still in the midst of promoting her last single, October's Back to the Streets, which goes hard, with Janae Aiko. She dropped the song's music video just 2 weeks ago. Both tracks are expected to appear on her upcoming debut album, Pretty Bitch Music, which doesn't have a set release date yet, but is expected to drop early next year. It's been a big year for Sweetie, who scored the highest charting hit of her career with the Too Short sampling Tap In.
Yeah. So like basically, I just wanted to talk about like how like one, the mishandling of an artist, kind of a little similar to the Dave Chappelle relationship about Netflix. And I mean, they did do the right thing by taking it down, but they shouldn't have taken it down. And one, like, that's one thing that, like, as far as artists, like, as you think of like songs and when to drop them, and when songs are ready to you, and for that to be like taken away from her, you know what I mean? Like, that sounds crazy, but that's what it is. Like
I agree.
It was taken away from her, and I don't know. She basically said Warner Brothers run that fade. Shit. She says I like hot sauce on my. What is this?
She likes putting like a whole bunch of seasoning on her ramen.
On her ramen, you know what I mean? So like, don't play, from the Bay. Also, again, that's home team, and it's just fucked up to see, them kind of like just fuck up with the plans, because I'm pretty sure she had that vision, or she has that pulse, and also like probably wanted to do more things with Back to the Streets. So like. Yeah, man, I don't like that shit. That's that dumb shit, like the labels try to do.
I agree. I feel that an artist should have the freedom to drop whenever they want to and not feel pressured by the label, let alone the label just do it on their own. I want to give a shout out to my reading though.
Facts. Oh yeah. Round of applause for that. But also like fuck. Like honestly, fuck them, because
CNN, holla at me.
I read reports too, bitches. Get the teleprompter right.
For real.
But it's just like, man, I don't mean to be on a feminist like shit hard like that, but fuck it, I am, because it's like y'all wouldn't do that. Y'all have a record label leaking music.
Like leaking music. Like how desperate can you be?
Yeah, like who y'all do that with, or who y'all try that with? You know what I mean?
That you got away with it, that you're gonna do with this other person. Like,
so like
that makes no sense.
Fuck that.
But Sweetie, I love you, girl.
Yeah, shout out to Sweetie. Thank you just for speaking out on that shit too, and I feel you, bro. We got you. When I ain't even listen to this shit, just like Dave, we ain't watching none of that shit because he told us not to watch that shit. So we riding with the art.
I couldn't watch it after the fact.
Always ride with the art. Yeah, he said not to watch it at all.
But like not
Don't
even on HBO or anything.
Oh yeah, because he does not get paid from it. So please, to encourage them to take it down from there, stop watching it so they see like it's not a profitable thing or no one's watching it type shit.
Damn, but I'm like so close to finishing Chappelle's show.
Yeah, because he wants to renegotiate. Yeah, I mean, go ahead, be sinful, take it out, get through with it. But yeah, be on standby with that, and let's support the art and the artist.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle. He has my vote.
Standing for what is right for him.
Damn, what I was gonna say though, like on some other shit. Fuck, my bad. Go ahead.
I mean, if you remember, feel free to bring it back on. So have you ever been dating somebody and realize that they know something about you that you thought that they would never notice?
No, I be just dropping subtle hints every single time, hoping that they notice some shit, and these girls don't notice a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Even like I try to like subtly drop like little hints on like when I'm mad or when I'm upset or when like, but they don't seem to pick up on my signs.
So what do you have to do? You gotta let them know. You gotta let them hoes know.
No, I just basically
not hoes. Sorry, I just don't know y'all individually.
I just basically have to be like, oh, she ain't get that. All right, fuck. What do I do now? And then just reassess from there.
How does the reassessment happen? How is that process?
What are we talking about again? No, I'm kidding.
I see. Okay, player.
No, yeah, just like so. Yeah, like when they don't get the hints or whatever like that. I don't know, cause I feel like they don't. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they don't, or like any of my personality ticks or whatever like that, they never picked up on that. You know
really?
What I mean? So yeah, so or at least they never really said it to my face. You know what I mean? Or like, oh, you do when you do this, you do that. You know what I mean? I get like other cute shit like, oh, I like how you say sandwiches. So
that is kind of cute, like little. But yeah, I guess so. These women are not paying attention. So on the other hand,
I'm looking for one that do. No.
Oh, ladies, y'all here? My brother Fine, he's cute too.
I'm ugly as shit.
I know
Halloween.
it sounded weird me saying that my brother is fine, but he's a really good looking guy. And I've been hearing that for a really long time. So it's really not me just saying
I'm just
that.
a better looking version of Claudia. So like,
Come on, Hav. We all know I'm the most better looking one.
anyways.
So for myself, I don't really drop the hint of like, I want you to know this about me. I'm just not going to hide it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to genuinely just be myself, and I'm going to say what I want to say, and it's just going to come out how it comes out. And if you notice it, then you notice it. And if you don't, you don't. And I'm kind of happy when you don't, because when you do, it's kind of like I'm being called out on it. When I'm being called out on it, it just hit a little different. It just hits a little different because it's just like, oh, dang, like I knew that about myself, but you know that too. So it's a little crazy. And I am the same way too. Like I notice certain things about the other person, and it allows me to, I guess, learn how to communicate with them, or to at least understand that, okay, I understand that they're acting this way towards this, but it's because of this. You know what I mean? And I just feel like it allows you to understand the other person better. So that's pretty cool.
That is.
Yeah, and something that I've been realizing as of late
Recently.
Yeah, is I don't have a really crazy reaction. Like,
Oh yeah, Claudia doesn't. Yeah, like basically she had these shades that broke, or whatever like that, and then like she like basically just told me like, yeah, they broke, and then she just put them down. And then just walked away. She's like, it's okay or whatever. I'm just gonna go. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, you ain't gonna try even to fix them? They look like they kind of fixable, but and just drop them, fuck them shits. I guess I'll get some new ones. Cause you bougie now.
no, you know what? Okay,
Cause
so
days we couldn't afford water, and now we could. So now we splurging.
you heard the man. You heard the man. He might have thought he was being funny, but he was being real. I should have said amen at the end. But no, okay. So I knew this about myself because I remember one time I had my phone and it acted up. It acted up. It wouldn't turn on. And the friend that I was with at that time, she was just like, "Oh my God, like I can't believe your phone and this and that." And I remember just picking it up and looking at it, and I was just kind of like, "It's fine." At that time, I didn't even have money. Like, I did not have the money to be able to get a new phone. But when I saw the phone, I was like, it's fine. And it actually ended up being fine. We were able to fix it later on in the day. I was just without a phone for like maybe an hour. Excuse me, not even. Yeah, like not even. It wasn't even that serious. So I just remember that right now, actually, because it was a very specific time in my life where I remember being very calm within the chaos. See, I done experienced a couple of things that allow me to not be able to react a certain way, because it's just like I've already seen the worst that can possibly happen to me. Right? A phone that's broken is not worse than not being able to buy things that you want to buy. Like water. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus. And like the sunglasses, yeah, they broke. I was able to enjoy the fuck out of them though. When I first got them, it was dope. I enjoyed them the next time that I wore them. I even wore them one time when I was during quarantine. It was like a Disney Ears day, and I remember wearing those shades, and there'll be times where like I wanted to go to Disney, so I would wear the shades because I couldn't, and then wearing them in Magic Kingdom that day, like, it was just a very special day for me to wear them, and I felt like they had served their purpose, so I had no reaction to them. But so I understand that about myself, but then so I tell my brother, it also acknowledges it, because another incident was with the barbecue sauce. So barbecue sauce gets all over. Guys, I got Crocs, and this barbecue sauce got all over the Crocs and this new keychain that I got. My reaction was very minimal. My reaction was, let me just clean it. It's just barbecue sauce.
It's just barbecue sauce.
It's just barbecue sauce. Even if you remember what was another time, Hav, that was is a great example of this. And I guess like I'm sharing this because I I want to know, one, if there are other people who are the same way, and two, that there is a life that you can live that it doesn't have to have chaos in it. Because I feel like when you overreact to some things or react like too much about it, I feel like it's just too, dang. You know what I just thought about, how when I got into my burn accident?
Yeah.
And I didn't react like anything.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. That's what I thought the time you were talking about when you were saying like you've been through some things and that like, so that was what I was talking about. Well, that's what I went to, because when I saw it and how when you showed me it, it was just like, yeah, the way how you're acting like kind of like yeah, it wasn't painful or anything. You acted so nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
And shit, like, and maybe she's also saying this, or when she's saying this, at least for me, when I've seen this, kind of helps me to be like that too when something does happen, or at least I try to practice being like that, because sometimes it is true. Sometimes things do serve their purpose, and it is what it is. You're not meant to have something forever. I guess that's what or something like that, or sometimes we try to hold on to things. I mean, I'm gonna have this and have it for
forever,
and
it's like
no, like sometimes you got to get new shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute. Go get new shit.
Mm-hmm. Either go get new shit or something else that I think of. You know what? We're gonna be talking about the book later, but with soul coaching, something that soul coaching definitely taught me, and this is throughout the years, is that something, right? We're gonna use this water as an example, right? This water, once I finish it, right? It no longer serves it no longer serves a purpose in my life. Because why? The water is done. And of course, because it has my sticker, like, of course I would want to keep it, but me putting it in the recycle, because, we're health conscious here, for the environment.
Gang.
Yeah, exactly. And so, it doesn't lose the sentiment because I recycle it. Because there's going to be a new bottle that's going to replace it next week. You know what I mean? Like, is that a good example?
Yeah.
I feel because like I can, like, there's certain things that I've thrown away before that have been gifts, and I've thrown them away because they literally serve their purpose for that time in my life. They no longer serve me, and yes, they were a gift, but I will never forget that this person gave me that gift.
Yeah.
And, like, I no longer have it. It's no longer taking space and occupying space in my room, in my mind. It's just something that it served its purpose for the time that it was. And then it's time to move on. And so that's something that I've noticed about myself. And then when I mentioned it to other people, they one of them specifically gave me like yeah, it's really annoying that you do that. And then it's kind of like, oh shit. Like, to me, because there's sometimes, like, when somebody tells you some type of news, there's certain people that react a crazy way. And I guess since I'm a journalist, I hear crazy stories. Like, you guys, I've had people come on here and share. I've had somebody come and share that there was a time that they were a lesbian, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but imagine like seeing, like, you're doing an interview and that's what you hear, and you're just kind of like, you can't like overreact or anything. You just have to allow the person to continue to speak, because you don't know what else they're going to say. And we've also had like somebody say that they were homeless at one time and they were living in their car. And for me, like, there's some people who they'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, were you able to make it? And it's just like, if you just wait, they'll tell you. You don't have to react and ask the questions if you just listen. So, because like I said, I've heard some crazy stories on this podcast, and I've heard some crazy stories outside of this podcast. And my family has gone through certain things that it's just kind of like, you just learn that all right, I'm finding out this news. I'm finding out that this broke. I'm finding out that this, okay. And somebody else that I learned that from was from my mom. If it's broken, just get rid of it. Who cares? We'll just get another one. Like, it's replaceable.
Yeah, and it's broke. I don't want it.
Yeah, and if it's broken, like, I don't want it. Like, yeah, we can fix it, but like, for what? Like, I don't even like
break again.
Yeah, for it to break again, or like, I would rather get something that's gonna withhold what it's is meant to be. Whew, all right. What was your favorite trip? What was your favorite thing about the Disney trip?
Yeah, being in Animal Kingdom when it was just me and you type shit.
Oh,
Yeah, what about you?
mine. I keep telling people it was seeing Santa. I know Santa's not real, guys, and I'm sorry if you were a youngin and are watching this show, but he is
Spoiler
not.
alert.
He is not. And you couldn't have told me that he wasn't because I seen him.
And he waved at me.
And he waved at me. I got the video and everything. Like, don't play with me. That was one of my favorite moments. Another one was
Rico Nasty's album came out.
Rico
I think that's what
Nasty's
I
album
wanted to
did
talk
drop.
about.
Shout out to Rico.
Yeah, facts. Fuck with her.
Another favorite moment of mine, I would have to say, is going to Gaston's Tavern.
Oh my goodness, that fuck. Yeah, and also being with Yahoska too. Shout out to
Shout out to Jahoska. That was fun being with her.
And being with CA, Jazz, and the rest of them. That was really cool.
That was
too.
really cool.
Kind of being around like somewhat like a family.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when we went to my spot,
Sushi, Seito Sushi.
Seito Sushi. Shout out. Y'all need to hook me up next time. I put people on. I talk about you guys all the time. You know, good.
We came in that bit squatted.
Good friends with the manager. You heard?
Let him know.
So, yeah.
Oh wait,
you saw that Mariah Carey dropped a Christmas album, I guess, type shit.
Really?
Yeah, she even has like a song with Ariana Grande.
Oh, I did see that. I haven't heard it yet though because today was Jay-Z's birthday, so that's what I was listening to. But I got the new music for you guys next week, I promise. So whatever is whatever. I'll talk to you guys about it next week. So, but today was about Jigga. I did want to mention how Quavo and Saweetie have these cool like things that you can add to a Christmas ornament, and it's basically like a magnet onto the like a Christmas ball. And what they did is that they're like smiling so that their teeth are like cut out of the ornament, out of the picture. And so when you place it on an ornament, it fills their teeth with the shiny thing from the Christmas balls. Genius. Talk about marketing. Isn't that dope? Did you want to see the video, Hav?
No, I guess we could play it. Yeah, sure.
Well, here, let me show you.
Look. So like.
Oh wait, they can kind of see it.
Oh yeah.
So like you can see, I'm just gonna let it play it again.
Yeah, so you see how his mouth is cut off, so then just put Ice Tray Gang. So,
and then they have one for Sweetie too.
So I also wanted to talk about this. Carol's Covered. Apple Music dropped this project/album that they did with a couple of new artists. Asuna had redid Feliz Navidad. Fabio, Forgiato Fabio, he has Baddie on my wish list. That came out. Jake Blake has a song here. Jevion, however you want to say it, has it. Like, so they did like all these guys have so I don't know, that's pretty cool. I just thought it was something. I noticed it first with Giveon, and then I listened, and then I went to Fabio's page and I saw it. So now, like, seeing this is pretty cool. I guess, you know, I don't know, more than ever, I've been seeing a lot of remixes or covers of or just up to date versions of these Christmas classics. You know, we even had
Merry Christmas to you. That's actually Happy Birthday.
Summer Walker with what's the name? LVRN. They dropped
a Christmas.
They dropped the project. She has like she basically has her like her remix basically to Santa Baby.
Santa Baby. We're gonna have to check that out. Like I said, we'll be back. We'll be back with the music exclusives for you guys next week.
Oh, there's a new version of Over It on the complete set video version.
But in the meantime, and in between time, make sure that you check out those songs so you know what we're talking about next week.
Yeah.
Te lo dejo de tarea.
Yeah, and then also Claudia's going to come back with her Selena review.
Oh,
no?
I guess I will. I didn't like the preview, but Hav is raving about it, so I'm going to have to.
Raving about it, okay. I mean, I guess I have been raving about it because I have talked about it like 3 times.
He
this
told
episode.
Spitz on the phone. He like, I feel you though, Hav. You're very passionate about it. I like it. You're gonna make me watch it. So
It's all music, and I feel like it's very music centric, so I fuck with it.
I mean, yeah. And I remember being younger.
And that's what I like too, cause like, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Go ahead.
No, it's just like even though they're doing the past and they're trying to do the past over, like I like this whole doing it the same. I like how they did it. They did it the same, but they did it different. Oh my God, that's her.
What?
No wonder I love her.
Who is she?
Oh, because she's the girl from Walking Dead.
No wonder I love her.
Yeah, she's Rosita from The Walking Dead.
Ah, bueno. She had a fan, and now they gained more. Well, shout out to that if you're watching the new Selena
Bad Bunny drop. Claudia, we listened to Bad Bunny though.
We did, and Juicy J.
And Juicy J and St. John's album. You like
and
St. John's?
St. John. I actually liked all the albums that I heard. Those three I really enjoyed.
Man, there you have it.
Cause I heard,
Where else do you get these type
I heard
of
the Bad
reviews?
Bunny, I heard the Juicy J, and I
tell us.
heard the St. John, and I really enjoyed all of them. So shout out to those three guys for having dropped last week, man. Shout out to Juicy J, man. He's been making music for a really long time. He's a legend in the game.
Legend and a genius.
He was saying that he wants to do a verses with Pharrell.
He wants to do a versus with Pharrell?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh wow.
I'll let you get to that when you get to it. But
Wait, hold on. Who? Juicy J versus Pharrell?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That ain't gonna work. They're saying that
That's cute.
Juicy J and Bun B.
I like that.
Me too. I like that. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, but yeah. So shout out to that. I'll probably come back with you with a review for you guys on the Selena doc. What was I? Okay, so I want to wrap up the episode in a little bit, but I did want to talk about me going back to social media. So it was really dope. I ended my 30 days, and I actually ended it pretty dope. I went to dinner, and I was by the water. The moon was full, but I couldn't see the moon. The moon was full, though. It was just hiding because it was hella cloudy outside. But it was really dope because I ended it, I guess, how I wanted to, yeah, like I just I always on the 28th day, excuse me. Oh, no, cuz okay. Yeah, because it was the 30th day of November, and that's when I had gone to dinner and decided I actually went to a really nice spot. I really liked it and enjoyed it.
Recommended by
Hav.
yours truly.
Yeah, Hav told me about it, so I went and had a great time, and the food was good, and I ended my month very good off of social media. And so coming back on social media was really cool, getting to see the changes, I guess. And I mean, the same bullshit never changes, and I had somebody who would keep me up to date with at least what was going on in their realm of social media. So that was cool. And just posting pictures that you thought that you weren't gonna post, or I don't know, I take a whole bunch of pictures with or without Instagram, so that never changes. I always have pictures forever. I have pictures that I've never posted in my phone, so just got them in the ice for one day. You just never know. You just never know. Just one day you'll be like, you know what, I can get this one off. I couldn't get it off a couple of months ago, but I can get it off today, so let me do it. But yeah, so coming back to social media was cool. Something that I noticed is that my phone dies a little bit faster, and I find myself going to it and checking it, and I'm trying something that I always learn or try to at least be mindful of when I do come back to social media is just thinking about my usage and what I'm checking and what am I consuming, and is it healthy for my mind. And that's something that I love about the cleanse, is that it teaches me that. And I also finished the 28 days of soul coaching, so shout out to that. The 28 days of soul coaching was amazing. I loved it. I didn't doubt it. I finished it our last night at Disney, which we were in Epcot. So that was pretty cool as well, to end it in it was one of the happiest places on earth. And I don't know, I just felt so transformative that even when I went back to social media, I was able to talk about that book. I also talked about Create Your Own Magic, and If you don't follow me on social media, I advise you to. It's Claudia Renee with 2 E's at the end and 2 underscores. So make sure that you follow me because I'm back, bitch. And on Twitter, I'm Audie _3000.
3K.
3K. I love that.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm really excited because next week is episode 150 and we have a special guest.
Facts.
Like, he is an Ambition Hour favorite. And he has been on here a couple of times. And he usually comes around this time, which is kind of crazy. He usually comes I feel. The last time that he came was around this time. I ain't gonna say who it is. Well, my dog's been working. Okay, so I'm really excited to have him on. So make sure that you tune into next week's episode to see who it is that I am talking about. It is our 150th episode next week. 150. That is insane.
I'm straight.
That's crazy. 150 episodes. But I'm so blessed and so grateful. So without further ado, Hav, it was a pleasure.
Always, man.
I feel like maybe I had one. No, I think I shared everything that I need to share.
Always, man. Make sure you go stream that Spitz Files. Yo, and comment below what was your favorite Jay-Z song and drop your Instagram in that comment and you'll get a secret message from us. Let us know.
Hey, alrighty now. Guys, remember we are still in a pandemic, so make sure that you wash your hands, wash your ass, drink your water, mind your business. And for the 149th time in a motherfucking row, it's your girl, Claudia Renee, on your airwaves with my co-host, House Attended. And we are out of here.
It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby. It's the Ambition Hour, baby.
You know what it is.
Ain't nobody got time for that.